Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I hope the sound is okay. I'm just gonna get the music. I don't know if you can hear it. Um, okay. And let's get the camera on. Here we go. Okay, you guys, welcome to Pia's Creative Corner. My name is Pia, and today we're gonna do anything but a diamond painting. I am here for just a short stream today, just to kind of show the flag, or how you say it in English, just to be here. I'm gonna explain why I kind of disappeared again from the surface. But before I do that, I'm just gonna. Hi, Dore. Welcome in. So nice to see you. It's been a while. Okay. And it's been so long. So some of my previous settings are kind of gone. So I can't see my chat for some reason. But I am. You're still sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. But I'm happy you're here. I haven't been here for a while. I hope you have seen some of my videos I've put online. I think today we're gonna do some Scratchboard, to be honest. It's been a while since I did Scratchboard, so I think I'm gonna do that and maybe do some coloring. As I said, today we're gonna do anything but diamond painting. As I haven't completely put it away, but I had definitely kind of just put it aside, and I haven't unpacked or get ready for anything new. Haven't seen much, but I'm happy you're here. That is really nice then. I do feel a bit privileged that you're here then, because I know it will be taking a lot of your energy and resources to be here because you're sick. So I really appreciate. Hey, Catherine, welcome in. Nice to see you. Um, so my thoughts about my streaming today is I'm gonna do some scratchboard. I am going to, depending on the time. I'm not gonna be here for very long, but there's a but, and that is that I will kind of do a quick recap on what has been happening, just because it's been a while. And why I kind of disappeared from the surface again. But I have I'm working on some cross stitch at the moment. I was kind of planned to do like a face to face stream, but I kind of regret it and like no, I'm not gonna do that. So I am going to do the scratchboard while I'm speaking or talking, but I'm not very good at showing my face on stream, and I know that people are kind of please, please, but you know it is what it is. It's just you know I really want my crafting to be in the center of what I'm doing and not so much on who I am. But on the other hand, I'm like also the fact that sometimes you can be a little bit more present when you're kind of forced to look into camera. That's how I feel anyway. If I watch or follow someone and they occasionally are like um on. Uh, you see the face. I'm like, I actually enjoy it a lot because it's like it's more present. But maybe later, maybe another day. There has been different things happening. Oh, so what are you up to, Catherine? Um, I'm just gonna this one down like that. So I think, as I recall it, as it's been a while, so I think this is the one I started. I think actually started on different things. Um, so this is one of the ones I finished. Did I start on another one? Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Oh, I finished those two actually. So they're really gorgeous, those two. I like them a lot. So yeah, they are. They're really beautiful. So I'm gonna place them up here. But I think so. These are the ones. This one is one I started. I think I'm gonna work on that one and then keep this for later. And I think, to be honest, the other one I have here, Scratchboard, I think I start on one of those. The thing is that sometimes I start on multiple projects and then I kind of forget what I started and what I didn't start. But I really like these scratchboards where there are kind of colors underneath. Um, I think they do get more pleasant to look at because I made one with gold and one with silver, and I really don't like those. Okay, so I didn't start one of those. That's perfect. So just to do a short recap, for about a year and a half, I think it is now, my soon to be ex asked for divorce, and that was kind of a bit of a shock. And I had to pull off everything from my streaming life and my online life, and I just kind of pulled a plug in it or pulled the plug out. um, and that was, yeah, it was a bit of a shock. Let's just say that. The thing is that I don't have the financial means to move into my own place, and therefore I have to live with him under the same roof as him until I get money enough to move. But because I'm not working full time and I can't work full time. My body is not able to work full time. I have to wait for an apartment. I have to wait for an apartment I can afford, not just to pay for, you know, upfront, but also um, for the monthly rent. So it's like it's a bit complicated without being complicated. And so this is how it's been for a year and a half. And people often say, well, isn't it hard? Yeah, it's hard. There's no doubt about it. It's not the perfect situation. But both of us are trying to cope with it. Just because he asked for the divorce is not like we're not enemies. We are just not. No, I would say he's just not in love with me anymore. I think that's the best way to put it. So I have been through a long process with the whole divorce thing, and it's an ongoing process. I will admit that. I do. I'm another place today than I was a year ago. Absolutely, I am, and I'm far more ready to do the moving. So I'm actually just waiting for an apartment to be available. Hopefully that will happen in the beginning of the new year. So yeah. So on top of all that, I had to say goodbye to my lovely dog, my one and only, uh, my soul dog. I will kill him um, November 4th, and that was really traumatic for me. It was my own decision. He had a bad heart, um, so and it was just moving fast downhill, and I knew that he would never be able to move with me into the new place. So I did take that decision to take him to the vet for the last time. And yeah, so that was kind of a hard blow for me. And I did mourn the loss for a long time, and I'm still mourning. It's still a hard, really hard thing for me to cope with every day. I think I really felt left behind, and I felt like I was just my own now. When I think of it, I think I've been without a dog for maybe 5 years of my life. The rest of my life, I've always had dog in my life. So the fact that I'm without a dog now is really not something that happened very often to me. There will be another dog in my life, for sure. Uh, I just have to find my own place, get settled, get my finances balanced, and then I will invite another dog into my life. Of course, for sure, I will. Um, but it's been really a blow, and it was kind of on top of everything else. So I did have kind of an intention of me streaming every Monday or Friday because I would be like off work and I would have most of the house for myself. And then life just happened, and the soon to be ex um, lost his job. The company just went bankrupt, and he had to, so now he's like home. And I actually had some holiday coming up, and I just canceled it, went to work because I couldn't kind of just, be with be here all the time with him. In that sense, it's really really hard being it under the same roof and not be like lovers, so you know, a couple anymore. So I just decided to go to work. But that also means that because have moved all my streaming things are in the living room now because he was never here when I did it. And I was like, okay, then I can just stream in the living room. But now he's here all the time at the same time as I am. And that's like, hmm. So, but today he's not. He's out and about, and I have some hours alone, and that's why I am streaming. So I kind of just can do my thing without bothering him. It's not like he would, be mad or anything. It's just me trying to. Oh yeah, every day is for sure a gift for you and Coco. So so yeah, so that's why I kind of had to pull a plug in that too. So I was like, I actually didn't have that much energy today because I was getting my feet done, and then afterward I was at one of my dear friends just to say Merry Christmas, and they were going to their summer holiday, no summer house, vacation house, and just to so I'm just was just trying to catch them before they were leaving. So I hope your dog is doing okay, daughter. Mm. I will say that 12 is a really high age. Mine just only turned 8, and no, not 8, 7, and that's not a high age for a dog. So yeah, um, so that's kind of why I know I said in one of my streams that I would do every Monday or Friday or both, but I had to like put a plug in it, and I was like, and then all with the dog and everything, I just kind of not have the time and the place. So, but I just took it the chance today and was like, okay, I can do it today. I have a couple of hours, a little bit more than a couple of hours, but I also need to get some dinner and stuff. So I have a couple of hours. I can just be here with you guys. I can do a little bit of Christmas greetings. You're, you know, she's still your little diva. Oh, that's so sweet. And the friend I was visiting today, she has like two flatties, like my superstar. That was his nickname here, and so I got a little bit of flatty love, as we call it. So that is just so absolutely nice, and I love it, and that's kind of my life saving thing at the moment. Um, So I don't know if I'm gonna have a flat coated retriever again, but I'm for sure I'm gonna have a dog, and it's gonna be a big dog. It's not gonna be a small dog. I'm gonna have a big dog, and I'm gonna. I think because I know I will be single at that time, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more training and stuff like that than I did with my old one. Just because I will have more time, there won't be any partner or husband or anything to take my time, unfortunately. Um, and it's not like, I mean, I know what's like for me to be alone or, single. And I'm not like looking forward to it. But I'm not afraid of whether I should be, uh, just cooped up in my home. That I was at the beginning. I was like a bit afraid of that, but I know from myself that I will come out and about. And if I'm not, I know I have friends that will make sure that I'm not isolating myself as a hermit or anything. Um, but that being said, I promised my riding instructor that I will come at least once a month and say hi to her and the horses and get a good riding lesson and some movement from the horse and some love from the horses, just because it gives me so much for both physical and mental, and my soul is happy and my heart is happy, and yeah. So, so daughter, you're not working anymore. You're still on sick leave, or no, the pen is just for scratch, to scratch in the on the paper. The color is actually underneath the gray area. So when I do scratch, if I take another pen like this is to clean your nails. So I'm just removing the gray area, and then the color will appear. So that's what it does. It's just because it's a little bit more pleasant to have this because it's a little bit thicker to hold in and it's more like a pen. So So in that sense, it's not coloring. It's more like a scratching tool. You work when you have the strength. Oh, that sounds good. Just to keep a little bit in touch with the workforce still. I think that's good. Oh, I can see that on my. Oh, why is it doing that? Encoding process is overloaded. Consider to reduce video resources. But I can't close my video resource down. What the hell is it talking about? Oh man, hang on, guys. Um, okay, it should be back now, I think. Hello, Binge. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I'm having a bit of trouble with my connection, I think. And so please bear with me. Please just have a little bit of patience. I don't know what's happening. It's all good now. Yeah, thank you. So so maybe it's my connection, maybe it's just my computer. It is an old one, so Binge, what are you up to? Long time no see, and Merry Christmas and everything. So as I said, I was like, yeah, it didn't go as I planned. It very rarely does. So so what I think is going to happen for hopefully in the next half year, 6 months, is that I'm gonna find a new place to live, and then when I do get that, I am for sure gonna set up a schedule, so I will be a little bit more accountable, and predictable in when I'm streaming. But I was like, I don't know if I get the chance to really see you guys and stream before the new year. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna grab it today and go online and see who is stopping by. And Dory has, you got the flu. Oh, Benj, I'm so sorry. Is it the very dangerous male flu or is it just a normal flu? um, well, I'm happy I can keep you company, and hopefully you won't be too. I'm not too boring to listen to today because I'm not, having the big, great, good news and all that. But I was like missing you guys a little bit, and so now the opportunity came, and I could go on a stream, and that's why I'm here. Oh, it's a big one. I'm so sorry, Benj. I've had like some small one flu thing going on, a little bit coming and going. I have a cough that usually will be showing its face late in night and before bedtime. And then I'm like taking some cough medication and then go to sleep and will sleep for the night. It won't be because I'm coughing. I won't be sleeping. That's for sure. So and that's kind of just being a little less every night. I think what happened to me is that I had a vaccination, and then shortly after I had my tattoo done for a whole day. I was in the chair for the whole day, and I think that too, those combinations were not the best ones. So my body was like, "Well, yeah, okay, you did this to me. I will have to do a little bit back payback." And I haven't been homesick, but I have been like having days I didn't do what I planned to, just because I was a little bit off wind. Yeah, it's like a scratch ticket. You could say that, daughter. You could say that. That is actually the same thing. If you have that Christmas calendar from the Danish game company, where you can scratch the numbers for every day, that's kind of the same thing. I think those areas are those squares, so they are great too. But I do hope you feel better soon, Bench. I for sure do. It's not funny being sick. Um, for me, it's like, oh, it's just been this little, touch of a thing going on. I haven't had any fever. It's just been a little bit running nose and coughing and just feeling a little bit under the weather. That's all. So I was off very lightly, I think. So. So I'm working on a cross stitch, and the reason why I'm not cross stitching is that I'm actually been cross stitching a lot lately. I It sounds like I've been doing nothing but cross stitching. Actually, it's just me saying that the last 2 nights I've been cross stitching a bit. So, but I am actually kind of proud that I have been doing a bit of crafting. I do feel like I'm often looking at my table and like, oh, I should be doing some crafting, and then I feel so exhausted from everything happening, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna. So, um, but I did do a little bit of cross stitch on my lower picture I am doing with some uh flowers on, and actually it is a present, and the one who's gonna get it is having it's her birthday in a month and a half. I'm not gonna be able to finish it because then I will have to cross stitch every day for several hours, and that's not gonna happen. But I will be thinking of her when I do it, and then she will be getting it when I'm done. I'm here. Just the plumber has shown up. We have had heating issues. Let me see them. Okay. So the cross stitches, like, just, yeah, it's just, it. I have kind of a dilemma with my cross stitch, or with my crafting. I think just overall is like, I am more like, my thoughts are very chaotic and wandering when I'm cross stitching, or if I'm doing some kind of crafting. And that's a problem because my thoughts are not my friends at the moment. Unfortunately, they are really not my friend. Um, so I really need to be careful what I didn't notice it yesterday. I was in a really good flow with my cross stitch, but that also meant that my thoughts were kind of running wild, and that's not good. And when I'm saying it's not good, it's because I'm not thinking in, constructive. It's not a constructive, it's not a creating way, it's more like a destructive way. And my thoughts are really more negative, or more like putting me down, or putting my life down, or putting everything down, to be honest. So um so that's why I really have to be careful. And I just kind of, I was in the flow with the cross stitch, and then I suddenly realized that what I was thinking of made me more and more mad. And I was like, oh, what the hell am I doing? And then I had to, just take a break from it and walk away and come back and do a little bit more. So, and then I just finished for that day, because I was like, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to get anything good out of it. Um, and I think it's just because I really like the flow. But if I'm not focusing on the cross stitch and just letting my thoughts wander, I am all over the place. It's not like I'm thinking positive thoughts or happy thoughts. I'm just kind of putting myself in kind of a loop, or spiral, where nothing good is happening. Nothing good is happening. So that's a thing I have to be very, cautious about, I would say. And that's something that I noticed happened a lot after my dog went away. Um, it can be really hard for me to, like, keep positive thoughts, to be honest. And I really have to make it like a very um cautious. Cautious, no. I It's something I have to think. This need to be. I can't think negative. I have to think positive. I have to think in a way that is creating and not destructing things. I won't say that I am prone to depression, but I have had a depression in my life, and I know I have to be a little bit careful, just a little bit. Not that I'm, over careful, but I just need to be a little bit monitoring my thought patterns. And with all the divorce and everything going on, it's something I need to be a little bit, you know, aware of, and not let it just run wild and crazy. So, oh, it is, Dora. It is a bit therapeutical, this thing. I would say that it's a something in between. Um, it's a little bit like diamond painting, that it can be like, where you don't have to think too much of what you do, and you will still get a very, very nice result. And some of the pictures can actually be very complicated and have a lot of details, and you have to be very careful. And yeah, but this one is very, because I don't have to think too much, and it's perfect for my stream. And actually, I was shopping in one of the shops that sells, uh, things for books and stationaries and stuff like that. And they were like having these scratch boards in in postcard sizes. So I was actually thinking of buying some of those until I realized that I already have, these, and maybe I should finish those first and then, you know, do use money on the other thing later. So, but it is something I enjoy a lot because I actually like working with things that where I can get a result fairly quickly. Um, and then I like working with products that will, last for the next couple of months or so. Actually, I just finished a picture from Chuck Pinson, and I realized it took me 6 months. It has never taken me that long for a diamond art picture for me to finish. And I did get to make a video for my gallery because I gave it away. It was a present, and the one uh, who's got it has picked it up. So yeah, and I have to do another one for that person. And I said that he would get it when I have moved because at the moment I can't really focus on anything. It's That's why it took me 6 months because I was like, and the only reason why I started on the Chuck Pinson was because I already, kit up and got ready, and I just need to put the drills down. So, but I am a little bit unsure because I think I found a drill at my table from when I did the packing. So I have to kind of, check up on whether, is he missing a drill or something, because he doesn't have to, because it could just be, something that was on the canvas that just was, laying around. But yeah. The only thing is like the residue on this is really a lot. That's kind of, I have to clean the whole table afterwards, but that'll okay. Why does it lose pictures? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Hmm. Well, never mind. So, I think I'm gonna do this. This making the fine lines on the scratchboard, I think, has been the largest challenge. There is like a metal pointer on this, but the thing is, it's almost too sharp on the edge on the top. So it's like it's sometimes it's more like it's ruining the thing underneath. So I like using these ones, but they are not as thin as the middle one, and that can be like, a problem because then I'm gonna scratch too much. It's not a problem. It's just me who wanted to be perfect. That's a problem. so so my Christmas is like I'm gonna just be here in the house in Christmas, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I don't have any parents or family or anything, so I'm just gonna be here. And so see, so for one more year, we're gonna celebrate Christmas together. I think the only difference this year we're not gonna give each other Christmas presents. However, I am going to the city on Friday, and I think I'm just gonna buy him, something small thing, nothing much. And it's not like, I want anything from him. This is just me being me. And I think that's one thing I kind of decided earlier this month or last month, that because people sometimes are like, you're too good, you have too soft a heart, or you're too good, or you do too much, or you're just, you know, letting too much just pass by. And I'm like, yeah, I think one thing is I need to keep true to me. I need to be able to look at me afterwards and be like, I did things my way. I didn't get angry. I didn't want revenge. I didn't go a place where I don't feel like me anymore. And it was the same thing, that because he doesn't ask to how I'm doing, or if I'm going anywhere, or with my tattoo, for instance, he's not been asking for it, to look at it or anything. And in the beginning I was like, well, if he's not asking to me, I'm not gonna ask to him. But that's just not who I am. I mean, any other of my friends or acquaintances, if I hear about anything in their life that I find interesting, I'm gonna ask to how it's going, how they are doing, if they're okay, can I do anything, if they need help. And that's just who I am. And I really want to be true to that part of me. That's really actually really important. And I think that that is more important to me than, winning the fight, or, feel like, well, if not I'm not getting, he's not getting, what I'm talking about. So that's why I'm like, well, I just want to be true to me. I want to be able to look back and be like, I did everything true to my heart, not his heart, but my heart. And I did it with a good conscience. I did with, you know, heart and soul and everything. That's really, really important. Um, so a lot of people have been asking me after the loss of my dog if I'm not getting a new one, and if I'm getting a new one, what is gonna be. I think I'm getting a new one, as I said, maybe as soon as I get a new home, as soon as I get a new place where I can settle down, get my finances balanced and everything, then I'm for sure gonna invite a new dog. The thing is that I have been researching a little bit because, you know, I need to know. And I could be like, not like a foster mom, but a mom that gives a dog a new home, a new forever home, um, and helping a breeder rehoming some of the dogs. So one of the dogs. I'm not gonna get more than one, but I've been looking at two, and they are at the age of 2 years. So there will be a lot of energy, but they will also be like, home trained and all that. So there will be a lot of things I don't have to do using the gym. And that really appeals to me. Um, they might not be there when I am ready, but then there will be others, you know. So that's not worrying me too much. So and that those dogs are German shepherds, and I have had German shepherds before. I grew up with German shepherds, and I have had my own. I had one when I met the man that I am sharing a house with at the moment, and it's a really nice breed for me. It's a good sized dog, and I really love the way to work with them. So yeah, it to me it's the perfect dog breed, the perfect breed in many ways. Um, so in the future, I would like to have a German Shepherd. Also because I know that I can go anywhere with my German Shepherd and no one will bother me. That is a little bit more challenging if I had a flat coated retriever. And now I'm just talking from my own experience is that when I do walk down a very busy street and I am having a flat coated retriever in a leash, people are almost, and I'm almost walking on him, stepping on him. That's my, to be honest, that is the experience I've had, and that has never happened with a German Shepherd, like never. So I am really keen on getting a German Shepherd again. See, the metal point was a little bit too sharp, so it kind of just cut down the cardboard, but didn't remove the gray. So now I'm just using this nail cleanser. And maybe take it a little bit closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. What is that? Okay. It says it can't find my camera. Now, please. It is showing camera. It is showing everything. What the hell is going on? I am so confused. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find my camera somewhere. I wanted to zoom in, and for that I have an application for, and now I can't find it anywhere. And it's like it's telling me it's running, but it's not showing me anything. There you go. Mhm. And now it says it can't find the device. Jesus Christ, there it was. Oh man. It's not my day. Maybe I shouldn't just do those, you know, really quick streams thing because that is not working for me today. Um, go. And no, not that one. Jesus. Oh, here it is. There you go. Now get a little bit closer. So those small ones up here, it's like if I use the metal pointer, I couldn't kind of remove the gray area, so I'm just gonna use this one and kind of hope for the best. That is kind of the challenging thing with the scratchboard is when it's get really detailed in the small ones, you have to be like more be like okay, like with diamond painting, just walk a bit away, take two steps back, and you're gonna be okay. Now it's just like just need a kind of a light detail in the black thing. Oh, I need to blow my nose. Just hang on. I just want to do this. So I really like these ones, as I said, because all the colors underneath, the fact that they kind of, it's like they're changing. So it's not like one color, but a lot of different colors. I really like that. It gives it another dimension, I think. So my Christmas is just gonna be nice and calm. We're just gonna eat some Danish Christmas meals, food, and yeah, that's just gonna be it. And then the new year, I think I'm just gonna be me, to be honest. That's what I'm expecting. Um, and I think my plan is just to eat some sushi or some Korean food, takeaway food, and then maybe do some cross stitch and watch some telly and have some wine and just just wait for the the new year. I think that's gonna be it because I'm really not you know into the whole big new year party. um we had a fairly big Christmas party at work, and I was first of all, just because I was home around midnight and very past my bedtime. I was like 3 days before I surfaced to some kind of normal. And yeah. So that's one thing. And the other thing is I'm really not into too much noise anymore. And that's partly because of I think because of my chronic pain issue, that there's not it's really very fast getting. I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry. but you can buy them at Bo ID. That's the one place here in Denmark where I know you can buy those scratchboards. So yeah, see if there's someone on sale in January, maybe. I am enabling. I am enabling. I know. uh, so I think that's part of why I'm like, not into all that. Um, and if I get 2 glasses of wine, I'm just ready to go to sleep. So that's not completely true, because I got 3 mojitos at the Christmas party, and I was all, hello, heroes and diamonds, welcome in. It was really a good time for me to start streaming here. um so it looks like I'm not getting any dinner today, because I'm having too much fun here on my stream. Um, so, um, uh, where was I? Okay, yeah, with the whole party thing. So I think that's just gonna be a nice and quiet New Year's Eve with a lot of telly, and then I can see how they are celebrating New Year all over the world. I think that's gonna be it. I will say, if I am here alone on New Year, I might do a short stream or something, just to for the fun of it. But other than that, you can't wait that long. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. Don't. So when people ask where you get all those crazy ideas from, you're just gonna say, "Oh, that's this girl I'm following on Twitch. She is just making so many crazy things I need to do." Yeah. But to be honest, I think that these are like, not that I'm gonna talk you into buying more things, daughter, but I think that they could be, smaller projects that you can be done with in a fairly good time, and there can be large projects, and they put them in a frame, and you can give them away as a present. Yeah, that could be a good reason for buying them and making them. That's usually mine. Before I start streaming, it was like, I can give that as a present for Christmas or something. So here is Diamonds. What are you up to? Anything exciting? I need to blow my nose. Hang on. I won't be. I really wanted. I actually had kind of a thought of me getting some pizza or something, but well, I think it's just gonna be some kind of French toast or something. uh, it's okay. I really enjoy this with you guys, and maybe because I'm not here that much. So, do you all have everything settled for Christmas? For presents, decorated, Christmas food? Or is it something you need to get done this week? And I know that the Americans are celebrating 25. We love to shop. We absolutely do. Nothing exciting. Just woke up in the middle of the night shift week. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, I'm happy I can be here for a little bit of entertainment. Um, I was just talking to my friend earlier today, and I was like, well, I'm really not in the Christmas mood. And I think it's partly because I usually get into that Christmas vibe when I do my Christmas shopping for presents for whoever is I'm gonna, buy for. And and that's like because I don't have anyone to give presents this year. Um, I'm like, it's not really Christmas for me. Um, so I think that's partly why I'm just kind of, I won't say I have, deleted Christmas, but I have definitely toned it a lot down. I haven't decorated anything. I didn't even get to do a Christmas calendar or anything, the light where all the 24 days are like marked, or for the advent or anything. It's like I usually do and post pictures of my decorations, but always a pleasure. Right back at you. So I think that's a lot to do with it. I did want to put some of my usual stuff up, but we the week where I usually would do it, we were like babysitting a dog that is like 9 months and have no training at all. So I was not very keen on putting my 1 meter big Santa figure on the floor, like that. I just couldn't. So I think that's going to be next year in a new home. Hopefully, I can do some Christmas decoration and all that I'm gonna do whether I have anyone to give presents or not. I'm for sure gonna do my decorations because I really like doing those, um, and they appeal a lot to my creative and crafting side of me. I'm ready for Christmas. Daughter's ready for Christmas, but your home is not done. Oh, well, it's a good thing it's not Christmas quite yet. And I think that maybe also it you just sometimes we just need to, you know, take in all the enjoyment and, the expectations and all that. And just be in it and enjoy the vibes for Christmas. Um So I think I'm going. Maybe I didn't want to go for a Christmas fair. There's a lot of Christmas things going on, events going on, in Denmark and in different cities and stuff like that. But I might be going to our amusement park Tivoli to watch their decorations because they're usually really, really beautiful. Um, it is something I usually do before Christmas, but maybe this year I might be doing it between Christmas and New Year. Just I have other plans, but just to it's a thing I used to do with my mom. We used to go to Copenhagen and see the big Christmas decorations in some of the big um, warehouses. Big for Denmark and big for that time. It was like they had some really big decorations in the windows. So, and one of the stores were like very expensive and partly still is, and the other one was more like in our price range. But we went to both of them, and then afterwards, my mom would invite me, or we would go for hot chocolate and some cake or something. And my dad would always say before we left, like, remember to buy something to eat. It's okay, because my mom could be very like careful with her money, or with the money, because it was not her per se. But and then my dad was like, it's so rare you use any money, so use some money on your daughter for this event. You have no energy. Well, daughter, that feeling I know, and I think that's also partly why I'm like I haven't done anything. The whole thing about him suddenly being here all the time was like really not something I planned for. So it kind of, you know, took my um not energy, but maybe to the feel for going to do some Christmas decorations and all that. I think that, to be honest, maybe had more to do with it, because usually I would be do Christmas decoration and I would be shopping for it very early in in the month of November and preparing for it and everything. And this year I didn't do anything. But again, my dog, like, that was November 4th, and that was kind of me just, taking the rest of November off. And then when I came back to it, everything was like so loud. So, so that's it, I think. But hopefully that will be a Christmas next year. And maybe, who knows, maybe I have a dog next year to celebrate Christmas with, and I can give him Christmas present or her Christmas present. That could be nice, couldn't it? And there will be a new superstar on my stream. Um, that would be absolutely nice. I'm really sorry that you're still feeling that sick, daughter. That is not good. It's really not. So I think I'm going for the goal here to finish this. Because it's really just vibing today. You know the feeling sometimes that you're more into the vibe than other times, than when you're just doing it because you feel like you need to, and because you promise someone to be done with something, or today it's more like I'm just doing it because I'm talking and this is fun. And it's actually doing it's actually going very well with it. Sometimes it's more like a struggle. The thing that makes it sometimes a little bit hard to do the scratching is um that I is when there are really small details in the scratch picture, and you don't want to get too close to the line, but you want to separate the colors. And that can be a challenge, I feel like, sometimes. So I haven't given up on diamond painting. I am going back to it, but that is going to be happening when I get my own place and I can be like, I feel like that's going to be a situation where I will be probably be sleeping a lot, and then I will be taking a lot of days off from work, because I have a lot of holidays or off days from work. I have, saved for better times. And that I am going to do a lot of when I am settling a new home, I guess. I think I'm gonna sleep a little bit more, hopefully a little bit better. And when I am awake, I will be streaming more, but I will also be doing diamond painting again. Um, just to keep my hands busy. One thing I am considering to do again soon is to knit. I really miss knitting. I haven't had like, money for buying yarn. And I know for some people that might sound really strange, but it is a thing where I really want to do it, but it's also a thing I haven't prioritized too much as I still have things to do like these or coloring, so it's not like oh yeah, I see that. So you really have a lot to struggle with your all the things, and you get your blood drawn, and you get like a chemotherapy. And I know from one of my friends who also get a very mild therapy, chemotherapy, that it can really knock you out. So it's a rough thing you have going on there. It really is. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna do this face in at least. The funny thing is, I did a oxabuco. I did make the other day, and it was like it's a dish that's just gonna sit on the stove for the most of the day, and then he was gonna make mashed potatoes, and that was kind of the deal, and that's okay. And then he did the mashed potatoes, and then he was like just stirring in the pot and I was like, well, what are you doing, and are you reheating the dish or what? And he was like, yeah, it felt like it could do some heat, and he looked at me, and I just stand there, and he's like, are you hungry? I was like, yeah, I'm hungry. Okay, it's hot enough. It's hot enough, he said. And it's a thing when you have been living together for so many years. He knows that when I'm saying I'm hungry, it's just, it's now. It's not in 5 minutes. It's not in 10 minutes. It's not in two. It's now. And it's not like I get, nasty or anything. I'm just, I get this very impatient energy and nervous and like waiting without waiting. Because I want to respect, the whoever is doing what they do. I don't want to criticize. I don't want to ask. I'm just gonna wait. But I can't wait in a calm energy when I'm hungry, and he knows that. So it's not like I'm angry per se. I'm just not saying anything, and that's not good. He knows that. So it was like, okay, it's hot. It's hot enough. We're just gonna serve it as it is. And it was not like it was not cold. It has been on the lowest heat for the most of the day when I finished it. You too, daughter, and have a very nice Christmas and a very happy New Year. And I hope to see you in the new year, and take very good care of yourself. Give your diva a big hug and a big kiss, because I know she deserves it. And I'm so happy to see you here today. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you. Bye. So, this is one of the things that can be a little bit tricky, because these eyelashes, there are some gray in between. Um, but if I remove too much, you know, they're gonna be nothing there. if I don't remove enough, you will see too much of the gray, and that I think is a bit of a challenge. I'm trying to, but just I still need to remove some of the gray to separate the lashes to make it look like lashes, you know. And that's where I'm like, the metal point thing can be okay for this, but sometimes it's more destructive than good. But this seems to be okay. So, and this is what I mean by it can be a bit challenging, difficult, because when you are removing around one thin line, um, it's not easy. Yeah, have a sneakers like in TV. Yeah. Yeah. So I am going to have something to eat in not too long, I will say. I'm not gonna have pizza. I'm just gonna do, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a French toast, a couple of French toast. I'm gonna make a little bit of salad with avocado, tomato, and cucumber, and just put a little bit of salt, and then just eat it as it is. That's gonna be my dinner today. Um, and then I think on Friday I'm probably gonna eat some kind of takeout or something because I'm gonna be eating alone there too. Um, I think that's my how it feels like at the moment. Thing I is he's going to get his tattoo on Friday. He's gonna finish that one, and I am gonna visit one of my friends. And I don't know when I'm gonna be back. Whether I'm gonna make it for dinner or what. Or I'm just gonna eat something on the way back. So, so I think I'm gonna do about 15 minutes or so, maybe a half an hour, and then I'm gonna call it quit today. But then I've almost done a complete picture. I can't say because I know this hair thing is gonna take a while. That's gonna take an hour or so. But I can do the whole flower thing. So it's only gonna be the hair strand. Um, so I'm looking for an apartment, and hopefully I can find something that I can afford and that is, big enough. Because I don't want something very small just to move into. Because I know I'm gonna be like, crazy. I can't. I know I'm gonna move into something beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. Um, I know I'm gonna move into something smaller than I live in now, and I will have like a challenging in in getting everything placed in a smaller place because I have a lot of stuff, especially my crafting stuff. But I think I'm crossing my fingers and praying that I will get a three room apartment. Um, just because then I can have like a place where I can store things, my crafting things and all that. Winter clothes in the summer and the other way around. And then I would have my bedroom and I would have a living room, and that would be quite comfortable. Um, the thing is, I'm gonna hope for someone to move in the older apartments because I can't afford the new ones. It's really just a really a struggle and really a, you know, um, there's a lot of things that are not like possible for me to do. and I really hate it. But it's just what it is, you know. It's just how it is, and I just have to cope with it. And it sometimes it's better, it's easier than other times. Just to say that. And then I haven't said too much. Um, I have some good friends, and that's like the one I'm gonna visit Friday is a really good buddy. Um, he's really sweet and quite good looking. But we're nothing. We're more like sister and brother. And he has promised me to teach me how to dance, and so that's what we're gonna do Friday. And I'm looking really into that because I love to dance, and we're gonna dance some like Latin American or something. I don't quite know what I said yes to, but I really want to try something new. I saw a series with Chris Hemsworth, the one that is playing Thor in the Avengers films, and he has discovered that he has the genes for Alzheimer's, early Alzheimer's, the two genes for it, so he has like an increased risk of getting it. So his journey into how you can delay it or what you can do to to delay it or maybe not making it happen. It was really interesting, and one of the things that it says is that what you can do in yourself is to learn new things. That is challenging your brain, and especially if you can learn a skill where you challenge both the left and the right side of the brain. That could be playing an instrument, but that could also be dancing or doing other things where you need to coordinate both arms and legs, you know. And for me, who has done gymnastic and rhythm, you know, all my youth, I think learning a new dance will, you know, spark some well-known things in me, and I think that could be actually really nice. Um, because that is one thing that worries me sometimes is because I do get medication, and I feel like I lose some of my brain capacity because my pain sometimes take too much, you know, too much energy, too much awareness, too much focus from me. And so it's like I feel like if I did something that I would use my brain for in a good way and that could make me happy and at the same time give me some, you know, uh, get my pulse rate up and you know make me laugh. Maybe that could be the same as the horses do. To be honest, I always loved dancing, and I was like I wanted to learn how to ride all my life. I also wanted to learn how to dance in a better, you know, more constructive ways than just running around and wiggle your butt to whatever. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do Friday, hopefully. Um, and then maybe I could, you know, save up some money and start taking some really lessons in it at one point. That could be nice. That I could see myself do actually. Mm. And maybe and it would and I could see myself being able to my body will be okay with it. Mm. So like my body is okay with, you know, my physics are okay with for instance the whole horseback riding. That I don't get, you know, um more pain when I ride horse. But I think that's because partly because I do have really nice running instructor that is also very good at, reading my body and be like, oh, I don't think today is we're gonna do this. I don't think we're gonna do this today. Or today is it seems like you are in the perfect place for doing this and this and this. And because I can't always tell, I can't always, you make those decisions myself, to be honest. And that is the problem when I go to a gym, is that I will, you know, I would go on the treadmill, I would go on anything uh, that I feel like is funny, and I will just stay there for hours and end. And my body is not really happy about that, I will say. I have tried several times different, programs, and they should all of them have been like, for people with, you know, weak body or something like that. Um, but that's not the problem. The problem is I can't limit myself to just go down there for 5 minutes. You know, it's like if I'm only there for 5 minutes, it's like why bother? Why do it at all? So I'm there for at least 30 minutes, maybe even more, and then I can't walk for the next 5 months or so. I think last time I tried, it was like it took me almost 6 months to get to a place where I could go to bed without crying out of pain. It was really, really bad. So, but if dancing could do the same thing and, make me happy, make me laugh, like with the horses, that would be absolutely perfect. Um, and then I don't know how much, but I can ask him. I have never asked him how much he paid for it, so I don't know how much they pay. Usually they will be quite expensive, but you know, maybe not as expensive as the horses. So so that's what I'm gonna do Friday, and then it's weekend. I don't have anything to do weekend, and then it's almost Christmas, and I don't have any appointments just right before Christmas, so I think if um if my body's okay and everything, I think I might just, take a trip to the nearest town and take a walk and, you know, look just watch a little bit of Christmas lights and, maybe a small trip to the harbor or something just to, you know, see what is happening around me without any rush or anything. Um, I'm not dating per se, and at one point I actually did little bit. You know, do they call coffee dates, where you just meet for a coffee and just to see if there is anything, anything at all. Um, and I don't think I'm ready. It was just more like a desperate move just to, something was going to happen in my life. I was like, I was a little bit, alone and felt like I wasn't worth anything, and I was maybe not beautiful enough, maybe not attractive enough, maybe I'm just too much or too not enough, or whatever you can think as a woman. And I really needed that confirmation from a man that I was something. in me that I really did have something to offer another person. Um, so I did went on the one of those coffee dates, and it was okay. He was nice. He was not. It was not my type. It was not, what I was looking for. It was, if I was looking for anything, but we had a good time. It was quite okay. um, and we only went on that one date. I kind of quickly realized that he was nice, but I was never gonna. It was never gonna be more than just that day, that coffee. There was some things were not quite okay with him, and I am and has always been very choosy um, with men. Apparently, not choosy enough, as this is my second broken marriage, but what do you know? um, so I am trying not to, throw myself into anything because I'm really not ready, to be honest. But I get lonely and I get, doubts about myself. And I just, when I feel attractive, when I feel like someone misses me or someone needs me, and like, I guess, like everyone else. Um, so But I think it will come again. It will. I will go on another coffee date another day when I feel like it. It's not like I am not contacted. So in that sense, it's good to be woman on the dating market, I think. Um, but it can also be frustrating because sometimes men are like can be a little bit too pushy, they just want to get into your pants or something. It's like, but I really not, um I really don't want to see that thing. So I wanna have a some sort of chat or conversation before we get to that. so so yeah. Um But that being said, of course, I miss the intimate part. But as one of my friends said, that it's more like the being two, having someone to mirror you, or you mirror the other part, the one, just to have someone to cuddle up against, to hold your hand, or make you feel safe and secure, and you know that's something I really feel like it's really a big loss in my life, and it had really have a huge impact on my nerve system, and I did have to seek some help, professional help, because I was really I felt like I was in a fight or flight situation all the time, and my nerve system was like all on overwork. It has calmed down a lot, but I'm still like, when this with my dog happened, it just flared up really big, really fast. So I really need to, not provoke too much, which can be a bit of a hard thing. But um, but that being said, I feel like um, of course, a lot of things are gonna be easier when I get my own base, and I know that, and that's true. That's so true. But I also know because I have been on my own before that the whole lonely feeling thing is not gonna be better in that way. I'm still gonna feel like I need a person, one more person in my life to be close to me. So I'm not gonna be alone forever. That's for sure. Maybe not a someone I'm gonna share my address, so to speak, but definitely someone that is gonna have some sleepovers or something. So you will have some of those shared experience or things that's or someone. If you're gonna buy a new furniture or something, you can go take them, and that you will know that they will give you a good morning, Gina. How are you today? You will get that, um, honest opinion, or it's some of those things, and I will say that just sharing everyday things, to be honest, when someone is not nice to you at work, or you have a very good experience at work, or someone was not nice to you in traffic, or something like those things, having someone to share that with, that's something that I feel like I really miss out on. So that's something that is gonna be re invited to my life. Um, at one point. So how are you doing, Gina? And what are you up to today? I'm really having a hard time letting you go today, folks. I am getting very hungry, so I might, for everyone's sake, get something to eat soon. But it's just one more section of this. So I think I was also thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, you know, like down to the last thought, but I was actually thinking of doing some vlogs at one point. You know, a little bit of behind the scenes, um, especially if and when I'm getting a new dog. I think that could be a nice addition to my stream, just to give that to on my YouTube channel, put that up there. um I really think that that could be like, also because um the dog's really a big part of my life when I do have one. I use a lot of time, and I use a lot of energy in streaming and streaming in training them. Um, so I think that could be like just for a little bit of other things to show from my life. I just need someone to go with me on the when I go out train those dogs. I need someone else to film me. I don't have a GoPro. So the color here is a bit dark. So I think I can actually get away with not being too precise. You know, and trying to do a little bit of surface scratch with the metal point thing, and then do a little bit carefully scratching with my wood thing here, because the lines are so thin. How are you doing, Gina? Are you okay? I'm doing good. I have news. I recently started streaming. Any advice? Oh, no, just be you. Um, how exciting, Gina. Are you are you streaming diamond painting, or what kind of crafting or gaming or my only advice to you, Gina, is just stay true to yourself, and if building a community is what you want, I would say that a good streaming schedule, where you kind of just consistency is a key word. Um, that's all I would say. Just and have fun. I think have fun is the most important thing. Um, don't worry too much. You're streaming diamond painting, nice. That is nice. But that's all I think, and then the rest of it will come as you stream. Um, so yeah, I'm very surprised that I haven't lost. You know, I thought that for sure I was gonna lose followers, from my Twitch channel because streaming channel because I kind of fell off the earth. But people are like staring still here, and I'm so grateful that whenever I do have the energy and everything for it, and I like tonight I am streaming right off the blue and just like a hunch. I just want to do some streaming. But this is kind of my last one this year. I'm so grateful that people are just popping on, and I do appreciate so much because I know I haven't been very accountable for when I was on and all that. I'm doing my best, but my life isn't too predictable, and yeah, hopefully it will be in the future, and I will be much more in a regular schedule. That's my plan for sure. You are very loyal, Paris and Diamonds. You are very loyal, and I'm so appreciative of that. And it's to me, it's a little bit mind blowing because I'm not considering myself for anything big or anything. It's like it's just little me, but I must be giving something. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Well, I missed you too. In the way, and that's actually why I came online today and the stream today because I missed these very cozy hangout hours. And that's why I'm still here. I haven't kind of my stomach is screaming food. My head is like ignore. Put on ignore. Put on ignore. That in a minute. In a minute. Once you said to the kids, in a minute. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh yeah. No, I need to get some food in a minute. In a minute. But she is beautiful, isn't she? So, but this might. I think this is gonna be the last stream for this 2025 year that was not at all as I had hoped for. As one of my very good friends said, well, 2026 can only be better, and that's what we're hoping for. 2026 is gonna be better, better in every way. Um, so that's what we're working on. Um, I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna do this flower here, and then I'm gonna call it today. Yeah, just one more section. Isn't it right? Here's damage. It is like just this small thing here. I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna call it. Yeah. And here's damage. Like yeah. Yeah, yeah, yep. Oh man. In hindsight, I should never have moved my streaming gear from one room to the other. I'm like, but I know that when I hit January 5, he will be starting his new job, and that's why I'm not like moving it back. Like I know it's gonna be different from that point on. He's probably not gonna be here at all because he's gonna be solving projects all over Denmark, and that's so he's not probably gonna sleep out and about. So I'm just gonna run this home on my own, and he's just gonna pay the mortgage. Um, so yeah, um, I think that's pretty much how it's gonna be for until I move away. That's what my gut feeling is telling me. Yeah, that is what my gut feeling is telling me. Diamond's she's just like giggling now because I said just this one flower and now I'm doing some hairstrays. Yeah, yeah. One more section. Just one more section. Yeah. Okay. I have to get some food. I can exactly. I can feel it now. My my focus is sliding. To say the mildest, it's sliding just tiny bits. So I can use a little bit of the, here until I left it like this. Okay. So, but I did get a good bit today done. And I did also take for coloring. I did take some things out for that, but I got so caught up in the scratch project, so that we're gonna do another day. Just if you haven't, because I showed it in the beginning. So these two I did before on some streams. Beautiful, beautiful ones. And when you see them like that, I think that it's like diamond painting. It makes so much sense. If I'm seeing like I'm seeing them, I will see all the flaws, and oh, I did too much here and did too much there. But when I see them on the camera, they look absolutely perfect. A plus. Thank you. So, and this is all at the beginning of the stream. I only have done like the flowers there, so we did actually did good today. I did get to do a lot, and what I kind of felt today was also that um, it's a good way for me at the moment to do the stream because I can do it without too much effort. It's like I felt like a little bit with diamond painting. I kind of had to. It was a bit. I don't know why, but it was a little bit difficult for me. Maybe because I wasn't that much into the diamond painting when I did finish my took prints and picture. So it felt like a little bit of a. I got a bit bored or something. I don't know how to say describe it, but I think it was something like that. Um, this I had a lot of fun with, and I felt like I did a good amount of thing here. So, guys, um, I have at one point it was my baby wet wipes here, but they're really good at just removing all these residue. That is really what I think is the worst thing about the scratch is the whole cleaning up for the residue afterwards. It's not like a big thing, but it's a bit annoying, I think. But I can only recommend that you do it really fairly quickly after you're done, because the small black thing here, I can. There's nothing, just the tiniest wind or you know blow, and you have them everywhere. I'm just saying, out of experience, you will have them everywhere. So you clean your table fairly quickly after you kind of finished whatever kind of thing with the scratch. So if I am streaming between Christmas and New Year, I will be doing the rest of that scratch board, I think, and then I will be coloring because I got like these pictures I have been coloring before, and I have a whole bunch of pictures that I haven't even started or tried to do. So, and then these are from 2 years ago. I have another bunch from last year, and there's upcoming. Uh, so I have a lot of pictures, and I just need to get them cut. So I get the whole. I can show you where I get. This is how it looks with. Oh, a little bit dusty. This is how it looks when it's a whole calendar. And um, this is the one. This is the name of the artist who drawn the originals, and she's one of my very very dear and good friends. We have been friends for years. Um, it's one of those friendships where we rarely see each other. Um, but when we do, it's very like yesterday. So so this is how it looks, and then I'm like, so this is the whole thing I'm cutting off, and then there will be this I'm coloring. So, and it's really good paper. She's printed these calendars on, and this is from last year. I have one from this year. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this here so I get the whole thing here, and I'm gonna color this. I really find this beautiful and a good thing to color. So guys, So you can see a little bit part of my new tattoo. And I just want to wish you everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I don't know if you we will see each other between Christmas and the New Year, but at least I will say a heartful thank you for all of you who has been following me and who is staying around, hanging around, even though I am a lot unpredictable from when I'm coming live streaming or when I'm not. And sometimes I promise and I'm not coming, or sometimes I stream without anyone knowing. But you can always count on that I am putting everything I can on my YouTube channel. I have been a little bit challenged with some of my equipment, so but everything I can, I will be putting on my YouTube channel. I love you guys. I pray that you will stay safe, take care of you and your loved ones. Uh, Thank you for everything, and I hope to see you soon in my next video or on my next stream. Bye.